Hi everyone, my name is Tori, this is Novel Life, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my March TBR. I'm gonna say it, but it's March. Like, what is happening? Like, what is happening right now? But I have 11 books on my March TBR. Every single month so far this year, I've been toning down how many books. I think I started with 20, then I went down to 15, and now I'm at 11. I'm putting the bare minimum on my TBRs because I want to actually read the books that I'm putting on my TBRs. I noticed in February, I didn't even get to half the books that I put on there. So I want to do more mood reading, but these are the books that I am for sure going to get to, and we're going to start with my cover-to-cover book club pick. I run that book club with Sam from Sam Reads a Little, and we are reading Cruel Prince by A. Jade. So I've read The Words by A. Jade, I've read The Choice, and I've read one of her Devil's Advocate books. I enjoy her writing, and this is a series. I think the first book doesn't end on a cliffhanger. I think it's different couples in each book. We're going to give this one a try. It's a little bit older of a book, but the live show will probably be March 27th on my channel. Time to be announced, but we always have our live shows on the 27th or right around there, but I'm really excited for that one. I am continuing on with the Nashville Star read-along that I'm hosting with Jess at Peace Love Books. We read the first two books in February, and we're going to be reading the last two books, and I have them in paperback. I was sent them in a giveaway. The next one is Need You Now by Ava Hunter, and this is Seth Kincaid and Lacey's story. We see them both in the first two books in the series, and then Bringing You Back, which is, I think, Jace and his wife, Emmy Lou, which I'm actually really excited for this one because it is a marriage in trouble. So these two books, the live show is going to be on my channel, I think, March 14th. I think that's what we said. I don't remember the date, but I'll have it in the description box. It's on my channel. The second live show for these two books are on my channel. So I am actually really excited because the first two books, I could see the potential and I did enjoy them. They were pretty good contemporary romance books, but I'm excited to get to those two. You can let me know in the comments if you have read these books. But yeah, I'm really excited to continue on with that series. Now, the next read-along that I'm participating in is the From Blood and Ash series. I don't know who the next live show is going to be, but we're going to be reading The Crown of Gilded Bones, which is the third book in this series. I'm really excited. This is one of my favorites in this series, and I cannot wait to reread it. I don't think I've highlighted and tabbed this book. Was it this book? I may have already done that with this book. If I didn't, I'm going to highlight and tab it. If I did already, I'll just listen to the audiobook. But we are reading one book a month, I think until July. That's her next, JLA's next new release. So excited for that. The next read-along that I am participating in, but I'm not hosting, is the ACOTAR read-along. So my friends, a bunch of people, all of my friends here on BookTube and Bookstagram, they are hosting this ACOTAR read-along. I did not reread the first two books in February. I just read Wings and Ruin at the end of 2022, so that's still fresh in my mind. But I have not read Aka War, so I'm excited to read this one. They're reading Frost and Starlight as the fourth book. I'm not going to be reading that one because I may. It's a super short novella. I'm not going to put it on my TBR because I may not get to it, but I do want to reread Aka War, which is the third book, just because I haven't read that one in quite a bit. And I want to be back with Reese and Feyre again and see what they're up to. And the next, how many books? 4 books that I have are a series, and that is the Off-Campus series. So I recently went to Barnes & Noble, and they had the Off-Campus series for buy one, get one half off. And I had a gift card, so I thought, why not? I am going to be doing a reading vlog sometime in March on the Off-Campus series because I realized, talking to some friends, I have read the Briar Youth series, which is the kind of spin-off of this series, but I haven't finished the Off-Campus series. So I have the deal right here. This is the indie version. My friend Sam sent it to me because she already had I think she bought the mass markets and she didn't want the indie version because it didn't match. So she sent it to me a while ago, and I realized I only read this book. I do remember reading this book, but when people were talking about the next books in the series, when I looked them up on Goodreads, I only read this one. So I am going to do a reading vlog because this series is quite popular. So I think the order that they go in is The Mistake, which is the second book. Yeah, this is the second book, The Mistake. The third book is The Score. And the fourth book is The Goal. I didn't get The Legacy, which is the novella of all the 4 couples, because I didn't want to buy it because it's a full-length book, but also I don't know if I'm going to read that one. If not, I'll buy the Kindle version or something like that. But I am definitely going to be doing a reading vlog. I'm itching to get started with this, so I may start them pretty soon, just because I'm really intrigued to see how these hockey romances kind of stand up to other hockey romances that I've been reading, considering they're older. Now, I did read The Hookup by Kristen Callahan, loved that book, and that book came out in 2016, I think. So I have really high hopes that these are going to stand up to some of these newer hockey romances that are going to be released. So speaking of new releases, I have two that I'm for sure going to read in March. I think technically this next book, she pushed the date back, and that is Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh. This is Joey and Aoife's story. So Joey and Aoife, they have the first book in their duet, which is Saving Six, and I read that back in February. 5 stars, loved it. Very heavy topics, a lot heavier than Binding and Keeping 13, which is Joey's sister's story. And I'm really excited because Saving Six kind of takes place at the same time as Binding and Keeping 13. So we're just seeing like the behind the scenes stuff when they're a lot younger. Like it starts when they're 13 and you get to see kind of how their relationship and friendship has grown over the years. And I'm really excited but nervous to dive into Redeeming Six because it's the last book. It's like she's doing like duets of the couples, I think. But this one was supposed to release on the 23rd of March, but it's showing now on Amazon the 31st. So I hope to get to it in March. If not, it'll be like the first book that I read in April, but I do know this comes out in March and I'm going to be dying to read this book. I just love Chloe Walsh's storytelling, the way she writes a book, the way she, just puts so much emotion into her characters. It comes across and it hits me right in the heart. But the next one is The Highest Bidder by Sarah Kate. This is technically, the 5th book in the Salacious Players Club series? I thought there were only be 4. But there's going to be 6, and this one is an older man, younger woman. Ooh, I don't remember who's in this story. Who is it? I forgot who the couple is in this one. I'm nervous because he seems a lot older on the cover. Like Emerson is kind of like the oldest I go. He's in his 40s, and that was praised. But he seems like he's in his 50s or 60s. So I'm a little nervous because I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. But it's Sarah Kate, and I love the Salacious Club Players series. So I'm going to definitely continue on with that. But that is the 11 books that I have to read this month in March. I'm pretty sure I'm going to read more than that, but I'm going to do more mood reading. So if you have any books that you want me to read, drop them down below with like one little tagline of like why I should read it. Like if you know me and you've been watching my channel, you know the things I love. Just throw out some like buzzwords for me with that recommendation in the comments. Also drop me like a cowboy emoji because I'm wearing my Book Bonanza t-shirt and it has a cowgirl on it. So drop me a cowgirl emoji. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're reading in March as well. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.